This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Saturday, December 23rd, 2017. This is Corey Prescott reporting for CLNS, leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Celtics. When Gordon Hayward went down on opening night against the Cavaliers, hope may not have disappeared from Celtics fans entirely, but at the very best, championship aspirations were cooled. Celtics have tripped up after getting out to a league-best start, going 4-4 over their last 8 games. All the while, Hayward is slowly making progress from the ankle injury that befell him 2 months ago. Hayward posted a story to his website Thursday, providing Celtics fans with everything from his workout routine to how he helps with scouting. He even provided an update on his own progress. Said Hayward on his first game on the bench, which occurred during Boston's 92-88 triumph against Golden State. Quote, "That first game back at the Garden was really tough. That was basically the first time I had been out of the house in the public. My foot was throbbing the whole game, but I wanted to try to get to a game, and I knew it was a big one for us. It was difficult to sit there and watch because the crowd was going crazy, and as a basketball player, you want to be a part of that." End quote. Because Hayward has had more time now to soak in the game from a much different vantage point, Brad Stevens and the Celtics coaching staff have had Hayward lend his hand to scouting. Said Hayward on being a quasi-scout, quote, "I chime in with minor things. The coaching staff is already super good with scouting reports and figuring out different teams, but I've definitely helped out with some scouting defensively, talking about guys I've had success guarding in the past, different tendencies, and stuff that you learn playing against certain players, and what I've done to try to contain certain guys." End quote. In the article, written by Hayward himself, he also expounds some of his scouting thoughts and some of his own teammates. Hayward dubbed Marcus Smart as somebody who doesn't necessarily fill up the stat sheet every single night from a scoring standpoint, but from hustle, from leadership, defensively, from scrapping, he can win. Hayward was supposed to pair up with Kyrie Irving. Instead, Hayward has had more of a chance to admire Irving's play from afar, particularly his uncanny finishing ability, saying that for him to be able to see it firsthand is definitely something that is incredible. Hayward also touched on 2 of the young cornerstones who have helped pick up the slack left in his absence. Said Hayward on both Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, quote, "When you're that young and playing a key role in the NBA, it is really easy to try to go really fast and do too much, and maybe force some things sometimes. But they are really playing within the system, being aggressive when they need to be aggressive, while also kind of letting Kyrie and Al do their thing and lead the team. At the same time, you can see the talent. When they are called upon, they rise up." End quote. The 7th-year NBA vet also went into some detail regarding his own rehabbing regimen, saying that he's been going into the facility every day and working with the trainers there on a lot of different things. Celtics fans will also be pleased to know that Hayward is back on the court shooting basketballs. Hayward, who has ditched his crutches completely and is totally out of the boot too and is now in a brace for the foreseeable future, does as much basketball work as he can once he's done his rehab workout. It's non-movement stuff for now, but Hayward can handle the basketball just standing straight up and do different drills like that. As Hayward said it best himself in the article, it's all about making slow progress, baby steps. Don't act too surprised, but the Boston Celtics have another game tonight, and what can somewhat be attributed to their recent struggles, the Celtics have played in their league-leading 35th game heading into tonight's matchup. The Phoenix Suns, in comparison, have played 34 games, while 5 other teams have played 33. The Celtics match up with the Chicago Bulls tonight, looking to exact revenge on a Bulls team that handed the Celtics their worst loss of the season. The loss against the then 5-win Bulls doesn't look nearly as bad now. That's because the Bulls are one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. That's right, prior to Thursday's 3-point loss to Cleveland, Chicago had won 7 straight games thanks in large part to the return of Nikola Mirotic, who owns averages of 19 points per game and is shooting close to 50% from 3. Stay tuned to all the latest Celtics news on CLNS Media and listen in to Sam Leas's recap tonight on our Celtics Recap. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. Listen up, Hoops fans, basketball season is back, and now that your favorite hardwood heroes have returned to action, it's time for you to put your fantasy knowledge to the test to win huge cash prizes every night playing one-day fantasy basketball at DraftKings.com. At DraftKings, there are so many ways to play. You can choose your public contests with huge cash prizes or private contests where you can compete against your friends. They've even got beginner and casual contests where you'll play against people of similar skill level. And of course, the best part, you get to draft a brand new team each day. Huge cash prizes and bragging rights await only at DraftKings. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com to play free with your first deposit for your share of $10,000 in total prizes tonight. Don't wait. Use code CLNS at DraftKings.com now to choose your lineup. That's code CLNS only at DraftKings.com. The game inside the game. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. To stay up to speed in the 17-time world champions, follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media. Be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS mobile podcast app. This has been Corey Prescott for Celtics Newsfeed.